So, you were right. The event happened exactly the way you predicted, and you still lost money. Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. It happens on prediction markets more often than beginners realize. And it always comes down to one thing nobody pays attention to until it's too late: how the market actually gets resolved. Today, we're fixing that. If you're new here, welcome. This is Predictionist, the channel that turns total beginners into confident prediction market traders. And quick heads up before we start: this video is a part of a completely free course on prediction markets that lives over at predictionist.com. Every module, in order, no paywall. So if you want the full structured path, that's where you go. In our last module, we broke down the order book, how buyers and sellers get matched, how bids and asks sets the price, and how the price is really just the market's life estimate of probability. So at this point, you know how to read a market and how to enter a trade. But here's the gap nobody fills in: what actually happens after the event occurs? How does the platform decide who won? And when do you actually get paid? The resolution and settlement. So let's get into it. Resolution is the single most important moment in any trade you'll ever make. It's the moment the market decides whether your contract are worth $1 or zero. There's no in between, no partial credit, $1 or nothing. And the thing beginners get wrong is they assume resolution just follows reality. The event happens, the obvious answer wins, done. But resolution isn't reality. Resolution is whether the platform rules say it is. And those two things don't always match. Every platform resolves markets in one of three ways. Know which one you're trading on, because each carries a totally different level of risk. Model 1: Predefined authoritative sources. This is Kalshi. Before the market even opens, they'll tell you exactly what source decides the outcome, what reading triggers a yes, and what time frame applies. So if it's an unemployment market, the rule might be that the Bureau of Labor Statistics report for a specific month. The number comes out, they check it against the rule, done. No vote, no interpretation. The upside: maximum clarity and fast resolution. The downside: it only works for events with a clean official data sources. Model 2: Oracle-based resolutions. This is Polymarket, using something called the UMA Oracle. So here's how it works. After the event, someone proposes an outcome. A short challenge window opens. If nobody disputes it, it's accepted. But if someone does dispute it, it goes to a vote by token holders. And those token holders decide the final answer. That's decentralized and transparent, which is great, but it introduces a brand new risk. The people voting might interpret the rules differently than you did. Hold that thought. It matters in a second. Model 3: Community consensus. This is Manifold, the play money platforms. The market creator resolves it themselves with some community oversight. Totally fine for play money, but the real money? That's a lot of trust to put in one person's judgment. Okay, resolution tells you who won. Settlements tells you when you actually get your money. And this part is wildly different platform to platform. So on Kalshi, winning contracts hit your cash balance within minutes of the market resolving, super fast. On Polymarket, if the resolution goes undisputed, you're paid within a couple of hours. But if it gets disputed and goes to that Yuma vote, your capital can be locked for 2 or 5 days, sometimes up to a week. And here's the most thing people miss: that locked capital is money you can't use. You can't deploy it into other trades. That's the real cost, even if you eventually win. Forecast X, through interactive brokers, actually lets you collateral earn yield while it's locked. Your money is working while it waits. Nice edge if the settlement speed matters to you. Now let me show you why I made such a big deal about the interpretation risk. Two quick real-world examples. Example 1: the Zelensky suit market. The question was basically, will Zelensky wear a suit to a certain event? He shows up wearing what most people will call the suit. It's an easy yes, right? It got disputed. The argument was that the outfit didn't fit the exact definition in the rules. It went to a vote, and token holders reversed it to no. So the people who were right about reality lost, and the people who bet on ambiguity won. Example 2, the Trump says China market. Will Trump says the word China during a specific address? He said it, plain and simple, but market resolved to no, because a clarification was issued, saying it had to be in a specific context. It wasn't clearly spelled out in the original question. The lesson from both of this is the same, and is the most important thing in this whole video: an oracle markets. The question is not what happened, the question is how will the oracle interpret what happened. There are two different questions, and getting the first one right does not guarantee the second. So, how do you not get burned by this? Here's a short checklist. 1. Read the full resolution criteria, not the headlines, not the summary, the full text. Look for a named source, the exact definitions, and any phrase like at the discretion of. The last one is the red flag. 2. Know your resolution market. Predefined source is a lower risk. Oracle vote is medium risk. Creator resolved is a higher risk. 3. Hunt for ambiguity. If you can picture a scenario where the event clearly happens but the market could still resolve to no, that's resolution risks. Trade small or skip it. 4. Prefer objective over subjective. A market resolved by a hard number, inflation at X%, is far safer than one resolved by someone's judgment. Here's the mindset shift to walk away with. Resolution mechanics aren't just risks to avoid, they're strategic input. If you're confident about the event, the unsure how the oracle would read it, you don't have to gamble on the vote. You can take your profit on the price movement and exit before resolution. Lock the win, skip the dice roll. And if you're juggling multiple trades, stage your resolution dates. Don't have your capital locked up in a market that resolve in the same week. Give yourself room to more. Now on, before you click buy, read the resolution criteria like it's the price, because it basically is. Coming up next in the course, we're tackling the most underestimated topic in all prediction market trading: the true cost of a trade, fees, spread, slippage, gas, all the hidden friction that quietly eats your profit, and how to calculate if a trader actually worth it after all of it. That's Module 2.3: fees, spreads, and true cost of trading. You don't want to skip that one. And remember, the entire course is free at predictionist.com. If this helped, hit subscribe so the next module finds you automatically. I'll see you in the next one.